Hello aspirants and welcome again to Legacy IAS Academy. In this lecture, we will be discussing about the timeline as to when humans started using tools. We'll dig deep into it and also see that is tool creation or invention, imagination, conceptualization of this tool is exclusive for humans, or has there been other creatures who have done this previously as well. So what is the news all about? The news is that a study was published by the journal Nature saying that humans were using bone tools. Which kind of tools? Bone tools. Be very specific about the type of tools that is being talked about, whether it is stone, bone, wood, etc. So this study talked about that the bone tool was being used by humans over at least 1.5 million years ago. That is roughly 1 million years before than what is presently thought of. Presently, we think we have evidence suggesting that it is 0.5 million, but this study is saying it is probably at least 1.5 million years ago. Which kind of tool? The bone tool is what we are talking about here. So let's see what more we know about this. Before we move on, remember that the current affairs revision is happening for especially for the 2025 prelims aspirants, in which all the topics of last 1 year subject wise is being covered, along with the provision of brief notes, which is going to be exceptionally helpful for your prelims exam. This is already started. I hope you all are going through that. Having said that, after prelims is your mains. So for mains, we have started the impact, that is intensive mains practice and content training, in which comprehensive answer writing practice will be done. Subject wise, GS 1, 2, 3, 4, all of that will be covered. Content enrichment sessions will be conducted. You will be given personalized feedback and mentorship. This is the most important part, and this will be done for all your GS as well as essay paper in about 34 sessions, having over 50 plus hours of live content. So I hope you have been in this and have started already with it. Now let's go back to the news and dig deeper into it. What the news is all about, saying that maybe the bone structures, or let's say the bone tools, have been used by humans for over 1.5 million years ago. And not just that, when we talk about the stone tools, probably they are being used as far back as 3.3 million years ago. Now, this is about the bone and the stone tools. What does it say about the wooden tools? See, when it comes to the wooden tools, it says that there is a possibility, a likelihood that humans are using the wooden tools also as far back as they have been using the stone tools. However, having said that, with respect to the wooden tools, there is no surety, there is just a likelihood. So with respect to surety, or with respect to the presence of evidence, what can we say about the wooden tools? We can say that the use of wooden tools dates back as to 7 lakh years ago, that is 0.7 million years ago. Now, why are we not sure about the wooden tools? Because we don't have the evidence. Why don't we have the evidence but still saying this? See, with respect to wooden tools, what happens is, wooden is biodegradable. It can get degraded. Of course, stones can also weather off, but wooden can get decayed as well. That is why it is very much more difficult for us to have evidences with respect to wooden tools than the tools made up of bones or stones. So for wooden tools, presently it's 7 lakh years, but there is a possibility that they are also used as far back as the bone or the other stone tools for that matter. Having said that, now this study also gives us a chance to question the fact whether man is the tool maker or not. What does this mean? This means that is man, the species, are humans, are Homo sapiens the species that started creating tools. We're not talking about usage is being done by other animals as well, but the conceptualization, the thought process, the imagination to create a tool, to utilize it for some activity, is it exclusive for humans or not? Let us now deep dive into that question. Now, many experts suggest that our ape-like ancestors have been using sticks, stones, etc. as tools in their day-to-day activities. So what does this mean? This means that the tool technology that we are talking about, it probably predates the emergence of our genus Homo. We humans belong to the Homo the genus named as Homo. But various tools which we are talking about 3.3 million years ago, we are saying that possibly 3.3 million years ago, or probably even before that was being used, that predates the genus Homos, the existence of the Homo genus. That means someone else was using, that means someone else created it, that means that probably humans are not the creators, the conceptualizers of the tools that have been used. Now, if we stay on to this, what is being believed so far or presently we believe that humans are the sole creators of the tools. In fact, Mr. Kenneth Oakley in late 1940s have mentioned that the capacity for conceptual thought of creating the tools is uniquely a human trait, is a unique quality or a trait of a human being and not of any other animal for that matter. In fact, Man the Tool Maker is the book in which he talks about that humans are the ones who have conceptualized this. That does not mean that he is denying that no other animals use it. No, he acknowledges that other species may also use the things that is available in nature as tools, but it is the humans who have conceived the idea of shaping the stones, the sticks, the bones, etc. for utilization of it as a particular tool for hunting, gathering, so on and so forth. This unique trait is being attributed only to human by Mr. Oakley. Now, if we talk about Charles Darwin's other primates, other species, and the utilization of tools. So, if we see that Charles Darwin has noted that chimpanzees, which are our closest extant relatives, probably used tools as well. So, these are conflicting views that we are getting. But if we talk about the present data that has been available, which is outdating the origin of Homo, the genus Homos, that means possibly some other species has possibly done that. Now, can we have any other data which suggests the same? Yes. Miss Mary Marquez in 1983. What happened here is Lucy's hand's morphology, Lucy's hand bones morphology was studied. Now, Lucy's hand, what is this we are talking about? This is a skeleton which was found, which consists of a hand which was such design which depicts or which tells us that the skeleton was dexterous. Dexterous means the utilization of both the hand was possible simultaneously, which is required for tools to be created. Using the tool, you can have an arrow, throw it with one hand, but when you are making, when you are chiseling, when you are cutting, you need to use your left hand as well as your right hand. And this study tells us that Lucy's hand was capable to manipulate the stone tools, to create stone tools. So there is a high possibility that creation of stone tool was already happening before the genus Homos that came into existence. Now, because of this, there is a possibility that we could ditch human exceptionalism. Human exceptionalism. Now, what is this human exceptionalism? Human exceptionalism means that there are certain things which only humans are capable of. So, humans are the exceptional being capable of XYZ things. One of those things is conceptualization of tools. So that human exceptionalism so far exists. Human exceptionalism, that is idea that humans are different, and different in not an inferior way but in a superior way to all other species of the world. So this is what is human exceptionalism all about. Now, so far, this is what we thought, this is what we believe, but this study probably what it does is it ditches human exceptionalism. Why? Because we are thinking that we are the only beings that can create tools. Usage of tools are done by everyone, but the thought process, the intellectual ability, you have the intellectual ability to think, to improvise and to create tools, that is exceptional or specific only to humans is what we have thought. But since now we are getting evidences of tools which predates the the genesis of the genus Homos itself, it is quite possible, or probably we can say almost certain, that some other species have been using the tools. Now, how these other species can use tools without creating them? That means either them or some other species which is not related to our present genus might have created the tool previously. That means what? That means this creation of tools need not be attributed to humans, but to some other genus which predates Homo genus itself, as a result of which ditching the human exceptionalism, that means humans are probably not as different, as superior and as exceptional as we believe ourselves to be.